This video is about the record drop in new car sales for April that Edmunds is forecasting. According to Edmunds, new car sales for April are down 52.5% from April 2019. The sales of about 633,000 new cars and trucks equates to a seasonally adjusted annual rate of just 7.7 million cars. This is even lower than in 2009 when the sales rate hit about 10 million and is the lowest since 1990. And to give you some idea of the normal rate, before the financial crisis and the coronavirus shutdown, the yearly new car sales are about 17 million. So is this the bottom for new car sales? And what are the factors that will influence if car sales pick up quickly or take years to recover? So let's look at a chart of annualized US new car auto sales. And you see that here in the financial crisis, it went below 10 million. But before it was around 17 million sales per year. And it took from 2009 up to about 2015 to get back to that 17 million units level. And we've been there for about 5 years until this. And so this fall is even bigger than the 2009 bottom. So whatever we can expect it's going to be worse than 2009, at least from just April's number. And here's another look at the US car sales. And what's interesting is you see, like I said, it's about 17 million before the financial crisis, falls down to about 10 million and pops back up. This is light vehicle sales, which means cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Okay, so about 17 million. However, if you look at just US light truck sales, which means vans, pickup trucks, and SUVs, at the peak before the financial crisis, there were about 9 million. They fell to 5 million, but they recovered way more than 2009, and now they're at 12 million, which means that car sales have fallen from, let's see, here there were about 8 million, right? 8 million cars and 9 million light trucks equals 17 million sales. But now you have 12 million trucks, and that means that there's only 5 million car sales. So SUVs have definitely taken over the car market. And so if you're looking for a deal, your better deal would be in a car rather than an SUV or a pickup truck, which are obviously very popular. So that's something to think about. The best deals will probably be in cars. And looking at this table for the car sales, you see that the change from April 2019 to this April 2020, the forecast, every car maker is down at least about 45% or more, as much as 63% with Nissan and as little as 44.5% with Audi. But the average for the industry is down 52.5%. And you see that March sales were almost 1 million because the manufacturers didn't close stuff down until like mid-March, and the whole quarantine orders didn't start until like mid-March. So there were still almost 1 million sales in March, but they're forecasting 633,000 sales for April, which is less than half of a year ago's April. So what are some of the things that can help out new car sales from here on out, and what are some of the things that could hurt them? Well, the biggest one here is that the Detroit automakers have been closed since about mid-March, and they're not planning to open until about May 18th. So if you think about just a supply and demand kind of thing, there's obviously some pent-up demand of people staying in their houses and not going out into dealers and stuff for a month and a half, 2 months. So there's definitely people looking to buy new cars. And at the same time, the automakers have been shut down for 2 months. So that brings some of the supply off of the market. I don't know if it's a big drop in supply. There might already be a lot of supply out there, but it's definitely something to think about, that because the automakers are closed for 2 months, there are less new cars out there than would normally be. And like I said, there are people that have been wanting to buy new cars but couldn't because they couldn't go out or didn't want to go to a new car dealer. On the other hand, there's this, and that is that about 30 million people have sought unemployment insurance since this virus hit. Now, 30 million, they say in this article that it adds up to more than 1 in 6 American workers. Well, 1 in 6 means 16.66%, right? And if you consider that the unemployment rate was about 4% before the coronavirus hit, 16 and 4 is like 20%. So you're talking, they're saying that unemployment rate could go as high as 20%. I think it's already there. And the Great Depression was 25%. And as a comparison, during the financial crisis, when auto sales hit 10 million, dropped so drastically, the worst unemployment rate we had at the bottom was about 10%. So we're already double the unemployment rate right now that we had in 2009. So how much worse is this going to be for new car and used car sales? I don't know, but I think on the whole, it's definitely got to bring prices down. Dealers got to start doing some kind of incentives and sales. I think right now they're waiting it out to see how quickly it rebounds, and they hope that maybe they get some business from a lot of people who got these, the checks in the mail, plus people's IRS refunds. And since tax deadline has been pushed out to July 15th, there may be people that are getting their refunds even later. So they're really holding out and hoping that people come back quickly and start buying stuff so they don't have to discount too much. But in my mind, I feel like this meme here represents car dealers, whether that's new or used car dealers, where they're sitting here and their whole place is on fire, and they're oblivious, and they just say, this is fine, this is fine. I don't need to give any kind of cuts on my price or any kind of deals or anything like that. If they don't like it, I'll just send them to the wholesaler or whatever. We don't have a problem. We're in no hurry to move cars. If we don't get our price, we're not selling it. And so I think that is going to change, and when it does, it's going to change quickly. So right now, I still think that a lot of the dealers are holding out for hope that there's a quick rebound, but I think it's a little misguided and short-sighted, and when they finally do realize that they need to sell cars to keep their doors open, that's when the real deals will come, I think. So if I was you, I would wait a month or two and see how this plays out. That's kind of what I'm doing, but in the meantime, I'm also checking out online deals and see what the prices are, just to get an idea. So that's my video on this crazy drop in new car sales. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. And let me know in the comments if you've seen dealers lowering prices or sticking firm to their prices, and how long do you think it will take before we will see prices come down for new and used cars, or if you don't think they'll come down at all, if you think they're just going to rebound right back to where we were. So if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.